So I'm just sitting here at Starbucks, my usual one, and the woman over there, my left shoulder, they were just sitting down, and some gentleman came out of Starbucks and started screaming at the woman for all her gold. I couldn't catch what he was screaming about. However, he had an American flag hanging out at the rooftop of his car. He got a big old cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He reminded me of, like, maybe my grandpa Clifford Sr., like his generation, where everybody was smoking like a chimney stack, right? That generation. But he then rolled down his window, and we're in the state of New York. That's the U.S.A, where the unit skins are under attack by all the shitbag criminality ring in the U.S. that are now floating on fancy high-tech machinery and in bed with all the greasy corporations, because the royals never got their part straight for several generations, and then did everything they could to cover up their crimes, which then just went out and just kept growing the criminality organization. So now everything literally U.S. is Department of State and Department of Correctional Facility. I mean, like, you're under investigation, all of you, so I don't understand why the largest state operator, being Russia, being my namesake, and my Duma, and where my royal tag remains for my safety, why the hell are you leaving me in the broken U.S.A, since they're the anatomy that's under attack? I mean, you Americans remember, a while back, they did let you know in the public that we're under biological warfare. You remember that, right? Why would you allow Wall Street, WALLSTREET, to raise so much funds for bioengineering firms, biotech firms? It was like a lottery system for every criminal inside the United States, which are the states within the Department of State outside of the continental United States of America. You get that, right? I know they don't teach these things around here, but that's the only thing that really makes sense if you think about it. Right, so the anatomy in the United States of Anatomy, being America, is where they placematted it last supper when I was around, before I rebooted and resurrected and was hoping that the department of the biggest state in the entire network, being Russia, being my last name is Qatar Ruza, Utsa, for like, hello, how you fucking spell your federation? I mean, this is not new news. I mean, I'm always the queen, the king's queen. I mean, we prepared for this, guys. You had, like, the biggest part on the Fidelis. Like, I am like, what the hell happened to my guys? Like, this guy is Korean or Chinese, looking like he's Clifford Gunder, like he fought for America. Meanwhile, he's fucking some kind of North Korean or Japanese or Chinese. The fucking bioterrorists that are plaguing the continental United States of America. Hello? Did everybody forget their... I mean, like, why would you turn the tables on Russia and make Russia the bad guy? Stupid fucking useless humans. How much longer do you think it's going to be while you're able to, like, keep your genetics nice and hygienic, while you do nothing for the one queen that belongs to the king in the kingdom, who runs all of this to make sure that nobody's taking advantage of anybody else? Well, I just sit here in New York waiting for Russia to get their shit together and kill as many fucking Koreans and Asians that interfere, since they're the ones, the main culprits. These are just fucking dullard obvious at this point. I don't know why you assholes don't fucking get it. They were your enemy in World War II, or Vietnam and Korean War, and Pearl Harbor. We had 3. Why does none of you remember that they're the bioterrorists and they're attacking the Americans? And the Americans don't know because they're being reprogrammed on a computer. And now parts of the State Department, now that you made your Mickey Sticker Club so fucking big and combined and stupid, is now using alternate means in order to buy programming and run the ship more dangerously. That's totally illegal. Then we've got, what do you think about this? So he was yelling at the women at the top of his lungs that they should go back to wherever they were. And the women are just like, what? I mean, the women don't look very traditional American either, but they were quiet. They weren't yelling back at him. Then he gets in the car, he closes the door, he rolls down the window, and then shouts out one more time. Actually, two more times. He was like, go back to the country, whatever, to the women sitting in the, over in the corner. And so I turned around at that point, because now I'm just like, now I have, like, this is like, which one of you idiots programmed this into my day? To see how I would react. Like somebody wanted to be like a cowboy grandpa in a Korean suit on the American Fidelis just to see if it was possible. So I turned around and I yelled back, "Instant air program on documentary. You can get it. It's I said, well, if that isn't the cat calling the kettle black, that's an extra special stupid pass at the Department of State. I don't know why you keep turning the tables on Russia. Just because Anglo-Saxon Elizabeth is such a fucking cunt and problem with all of her denial. Nobody's protecting her or saving her. Nobody's protecting the criminals in the military. Nobody's protecting the criminals in the state of New York. Nobody's protecting the criminals anywhere in the world. If Russia's got some criminals, I need them to get back on their high horse and do the right thing. And I also need them to come for me. I mean, this isn't so hard. It used to be like, you're like, no, the king and queen, I was sitting with them, they said this, so I need you to do this, or we put it on documentation. And then it was done, like that. What the fuck? You remember that that's the way it used to work? Until about 1978, when the resurrection and the reboot happened, and then you all seem to forget where your loyalties lie, and what needed to be done immediately before the timing sequence happened, and then your memories got erased and shaved off. Hello? As well as mine did. Like, all the superheroes went down to sleep. Like a network just taken totally out. All the good guys went down. All the fucking criminals took over. And now it's like, how do I get my superheroes back up and running, since the fucking Marines are thinking now they're programmed all wrong. They think that they belong in New York. They think that they fought for this country, which they did not. And they think that they have a say, which they do not. They're the biological terrors that are everywhere I look.